Hey, honey.
Yes.
You know, when we go back to Canada, when she
Yes.
starts kindergarten, I really want to put her into Jewish private school.
Okay, that's my idea too.
Oh, yeah. I mean, their education, I feel, is very good, right?
Yes.
But, you know, there's something I want you don't feel offense.
Okay, what about?
Maybe some of the Jewish parents might, like her classmate parent might think you're the nanny.
Okay, how come?
Well, because like in a lot of the lower class Jews, they have the nannies, which are all from like.
You mean lower? I mean poor Jew have nanny.
Yes, poor Jew have nanny.
Okay, so why we don't have nanny?
Well, because we don't need a nanny right now. You stay home, right? We don't need a nanny. But a lot of like the lower class Jews who only own maybe one business, or they're like a lawyer or a doctor, they're the ones who have like Filipino nannies.
Yes.
And or Chinese au pairs or something, because
Okay.
it's much cheaper for them, right?
Yes.
So they might actually think you are a nanny. So I don't want you to feel too offense.
Okay, so should I explain to them?
Yeah, I mean they're very nice. I mean they treat their maids and nannies very, very well, right? You know, even like, so if we talk about like just the lower class Jews who own like one business or doctor or something, right? And they're Filipino, they treat their Filipino nanny very well, or their au pair, Chinese au pair, very, very well. You know, they never like, they always pay on time, they always respect them very high, right? And
Yeah, I do know one friend. She
Yeah.
was an au pair for a very rich Jewish family.
Yeah.
She actually drive her over like the 40. And
Ferrari.
Yes, it's
Ferrari.
a sport car.
Yeah.
She actually have their car, and she only work like 4 hours a week teaching Chinese.
Well, that's a little bit more richer than the nannies, than the Jews I'm talking about.
Yeah, she said she love work there.
Yeah, so, you know, they treat very, very well because, okay, so if we're talking the lower class ones, they treat well because guess what? Nannies hear everything. Maids hear everything, right? So if you make them angry, maybe one day they can spill all your secrets out, right? Especially some of the Jews who are lawyers. You know, that's important stuff. They handle many cases, right? Or doctors or business owners. They don't want their dirty laundry. Jews hate their dirty laundry out. They try to keep it in, right? And try to solve it themselves. And the au pair you were talking about sound like she worked for a much richer family.
Yeah, she only work 4 hours a week.
Yeah, even the nannies who work 8 hours a day, the moment they pick up the children and drop them off at the house, their work is done. They can go home, do whatever. They're very high support, the maid, right? Now, if we're talking about the rich, top family maids, that's a different story. Also, they treat very well, right? But those are the Jews who have bodyguard, maids, cook, nannies. They even have house manager, butlers, right? They have gardeners. Everybody lives in the mansion, off in the side. So they have like a mansion here, and then in the back they would have like where houses. They would actually have full houses of where their staff would stay. And then during the day they would work 8 hours and come in, right? And usually they go to like a very, very special school in England to be a top family worker.
Like a manager.
Oh,
Their house manager.
Yes, well, you won't be a manager at first, right? But you would go there, and it's a special school. You would devote your whole life to there.
To the family.
To the family, forever.
Okay.
Or as long as you want, right? So the family treats you very well, right? They would never, disrespect you. They would never do anything like this. Because think of it, if I'm a bodyguard working for a family, and you disrespect me, and I just go, oops, here's the people come in, right? Maybe I'm a cook, and you throw things at me, right? Guess what happens? A little bit of poison here, a little bit of poison there, boom, family gone, right? Maybe I'm the house manager, and every day you abuse me. Then guess what? Oh, look at all your dirty laundry just happened to go on the internet, right? You know, Jews must respect these people to the top, but they also want their workers to be the highest class they can be, right? So everything down to the Filipino nannies, to the lower class, they must be very respectful. If you're not respectful, you're gone, right? So same thing. I give you respect, they give respect, right? So to the top ones, where everybody has to be, it's like a little like army kind of thing, right? Everybody's on time, everybody does their job, but also they also get paid, they also go home on time, they can have their own life, right? It's very, very different, I say. So when you go to Canada and we at the Jewish school, I don't want you to feel too offense that some people might think you're a nanny, but it's okay.
Yeah, I can handle. I'm not like class part.
Yeah, don't be too bad.
Yeah.
But also the rich ones, they also have not only Asian people like your friend who work as an au pair, but they have lots of white people, you know, some black, some whatever, right?
Yeah.
But they all must go to that special school. So
Okay.
it's a lot different.
Yeah, it's very different here because, to be honest, here
Yeah.
we do have a rich friend here.
Yeah.
Remember, he always let like the nanny overstay, like work longer than the contract is.
It's big no. Your family will be kicked out of the rich circle, of the circle of Jews.
Yeah.
Abusing power is one of the worst things you can do in our circle.
So no overwork.
No, you shouldn't overwork. And if you are overworked, you will be pay and a half. So, for example, if you get $20 an hour, you would make $30 an hour if you work overtime.
Yeah.
Just example, right? I don't know how much they make different amounts, right?
Yeah.
Bodyguard makes different from house manager and so on,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah.
So yeah, it's a lot different. So no overwork, high respect, because these are the people who take care of you.
Yes.
You always want to make sure the people who take care of you, you treat them with respect, right?
Yes.
So yeah, but just don't worry. You need to treat them with respect. They'll treat you with respect.
That's it.
Okay.